Even though in a way it will affect their governance and also their performance, how people will see their performance in government. But then still, it is needful for my point though. This personal. I feel like it is needful, for this to be done. Yo Charlie, what they go on? What they go on? Yes, you are welcome back to the channel. Yes, we still here. We never left. What is here? If you are new to this very channel, you know what to do. Make sure that yes, you are going to subscribe. You drop a comment in the comment section after watching or listening to whatever I'm about to share with you, and also like the video, share the link to this very video, like alpha. What is here? Yo Charlie, what they go on? What they go on? Yes, so Aban Papaba, the NDC administration, the NDC government, yes, they are still, fresh in the ruling game and all of that. But then, yes, yesterday, the finance minister, the levy, if you guys say we offend a thing in the past, you understand? But then, one thing we have to understand is that, Charlie, there is no way we are going towards generate revenue to rule and to make sure that things are in place in the country if we don't introduce this offending taxes now. You understand? So yes, the finance minister yesterday presented a bill to parliament. Let me read a story before I say what I have to say. You understand? So there's a story I'm reading from Nkokonsa. Yes, as always, Nkokonsa, and there's the headline to the story. It says, government seeks 1 Ghana cedis fuel levy hike to save energy sector. So yes, so the government is about to introduce that's energy sector levy, EX levy. And the opposition or the minority of in parliament, they are terming that as what? Dumsor levy, because apparently that's the purpose of the introduction of this new levy. Let me go on to read the story. It says, the finance minister, Dr. Ato Forson, has presented the energy sector levy amendment bill 2025 to parliament. The suggested amendment aims to raise the tax on petroleum products by 1 Ghana cedis to help generate extra revenue for decreasing energy sector debts and enhancing power supply. Dr. Ato Forson stated that a minimum of $3.7 billion is required to settle the key word here is existing debts in the energy sector. He additionally mentioned that an extra $1.2 billion will be needed to acquire fuel for thermal power generation to sustain power during 2025. In a short address in Parliament on June 3rd, Dr. Forson emphasized that the adjustments will not lead to increased prices for consumers because of the stability of the local currency. So yes, there is going to be an introduction of a new levy. That's the energy sector levy. So apparently, the previous administration, from what Dr. Ato Forson presented in Parliament, they left behind some debt. What the culture of the energy sector, thereby making the sector struggling a bit, and it might affect us, we in the country. Yeah, baby, now we are just enjoying our small coins because of the debts that apparently the previous governments left in the energy sector. There is a need, from what Ato Forson is saying, there is a need for the sector to be generating small coins to pay off that debt, so that the energy that we need to get our electricity rolling and also stable in the country, because they don't want a situation where you see the way the Dumsor really worried them for the time that they ruled before the MPP. They don't want any story be as sake of it be them with and they power right now. If care is not taken and Dumsor is back, even though the cause of it might be from the previous government, but then because they are ruling, yes, Mama, but Dumsor saying about. You understand? So they are this. I feel like this is like a strategic move to make sure that Charlie we all enjoy our stable electricity in peace.
Government is proposing an increase in export price of petrol, diesel, and related products. The impact will be absorbed by the gains made from the strong performance of the Ghana cedis. The Speaker, I repeat, the impact will be absorbed by the gains made from the strong performance of the Ghana cedis. And this will mean that consumers will not have to pay extra for the price of petrol and diesel beginning today. Right, Honorable Speaker, our simulations suggest that there will be no increase in the export price of petrol and diesel in the next window beginning today if the levy is imposed. This is because of a strong Ghana cedi. Right, Honorable Speaker, the levy will serve as a dedicated source of funding to the power sector, and the proceeds will be earmarked for the procurement of essential fuel for power generation. The Speaker, this will ensure that Ghana enjoys stable electricity.
Even though in a way it will affect their governance and also their performance, how people will see their performance in government, but then still it is needful for my point though. This personal, I feel like it is needful for this to be done so that we all enjoy a stable. See, one thing it invests me for the entire world be doing so as in like light out. It invests me pass. See a day I don't get light, Charlie. It invests me pass. So I feel like this is needed. But then agenda boys were agenda. Minority were agenda. People are saying on social media, and it's everybody has the right to speak out on how they feel about anything that happens in the country. People saying that they scrapped off e-levy to introduce d-levy. That's a doomsday levy, for like the term that the minority is using or people in the opposition is using. So they feel like they when you see what drink, you understand? They use their mind clear the e-levy. Where then then carry the e-levy enter the offend the petroleum industry. You understand? That tax that they were taking off, yeah, best no, yeah, mumu. The NDC government, according to what people are saying online, they are using their mind towards to divert it and put it somewhere else. That's ABI, you understand? But in the way, they are just reintroducing the ways of people in the minority or the opposition, reintroducing the e-levy in other sector. You understand? That be what people they say. This is not me. This is not my words. I'm not the one saying this. From what I've gathered online, comments I've gathered online, what people are saying online. If I talk about what people are saying online, let me take some tweets. I'm just few tweets from someone who is in support of what is happening and someone who is at the other side. I mean the opposition. You understand? They will listen to the leaders in parliament talking about the majority leader Mahama Yarega and the minority leader, that's Afenyo Market. So let me read this one. This tweet is coming from our very own Bongo Ideas. Often habits. Didn't say that. So this is what Bongo Ideas is saying. And now we know that Bongo Ideas is offending for what's it, Aben Papa, but Bongo Ideas lately speaks like Charlie. It 10 PR give the NDC government, Charlie. You know where he enter, like where he did, you understand? He did enjoy. Like I don't you give and take. So this is what Bongo Idea tweeted with regards to the energy sector levy amendments. It says 1 Ghana cedis is not the same as 1%, making reference to the e-levy. Deducting 1 cedis from 1,000 Ghana cedis is equal to 999 Ghana cedis. 1% of 1,000 Ghana cedis is 10 cedis, which is equal to 990 Ghana cedis. As the amount increases, the percentage-based deduction grows, while 1 Ghana cedis remains insignificant. This is nothing like e-levy. The energy sector debt left MPP be crazy. Hashtag Abampapaba. But the car, we have got say there 1 Ghana cedis is it per liter or something? It be like the petrol, like the liter you offend, you boo, you like you buy. That's what the 1 Ghana cedis is going to be for. And say I thought for 10 liters, you are going to pay, I think that's 10 cedis, right? Donate. So I don't want to to take a stand, but you understand. But you see, people are also agreeing that because we have a stabilized, that's the city is actually performing, like appreciating and things. So it's like the standard of living right now is has been like improved. So it's like now we can afford to one city from one extra and there 10 times now we did the other government inside. That's the argument people are also making. But anyway, let me read this one too. It's coming from a Okateche. Okateche too is MPP of a senior man. So that's what he also came to tweet with regards to this. He is saying, so levy was 1%. So if you send 100 Ghana cedis, you pay 1 Ghana cedis levy. D-levy too, that's a doomsaw levy as a minority is putting it. If you buy 1 liter, you are now paying the amount you used to pay on 100 Ghana cedis levy. If you buy 1 gallon, which is 4.5 liters, you are paying 4.5 Ghana cedis, which is 4.5 Ghana cedis on 50 Ghana cedis. Nice. E-levy is better than D-levy. This is what Okateche also came to write. Another MPP, this thing, he was like, Doomsaw, what is that? There is Doomsaw. Zonobi said that, like, do you have Doomsaw like in existence as we talk right now? Is Doomsaw there? Do we have it there? That's why I leave it for you. I don't know where you are. Maybe where you are, you experience them. But it says the government removed 1% e-levy and introduced 14% increase in electricity. That's electricity tariff. This same government who said 1% e-levy was a burden is taking 1 cedi from every liter of fuel. E-levy you can avoid, but 1 cedi for every liter of fuel, everybody pays. Clueless, everlasting, incompetent bunch of arrogant. Anyway, so yes, these are some of the comments people are passing, like diverse comments people are passing with regards to what this new amendment that was presented to Parliament. Personally, I feel like, Charlie, as I said earlier, Doomsaw is something that I'm sure most Ghanaians didn't like that experience. You understand? And the finance minister in his own of an intellectual mind has seen that if care is not taken, you might go in that era, the era where we have to be sleeping in darkness like Charlie we day hell. You understand? So I feel like it is needed. Though we all have our diverse opinions about how we see certain things and all of that, but then Charlie, we all want whether you are MPP man, you are NDC man, you are whatever man, we all want the betterment of this country. So we should put aside, Charlie, sometimes you just have to be logic. You understand? Well, maybe if something happens, you sit down, you analyze as a human being, see how best is going to benefit all of us, irrespective of wherever you belong. You understand? We just run with the narrative. We just say anything because we don't we are not in favor of the party that is saying it. You get it? Yo, Charlie, what they go on, Charlie, a lot of things they go on, and that this be just something I have to let you know. You understand? So yes, the current government, yes, apparently is about introduce a new levy called that's energy sector levy that the minority or the people in opposition are calling it Doomsaw levy. Whatever be the outcome, however it helps the country, we all live to see. You understand?
Energy sector legacy debt and to stabilize power supply. Mr. Speaker, the power sector is the biggest economic and fiscal risk we face presently. It could lead to a major crisis if we fail to confront it head-on. The challenges in the energy sector are quite enormous, emanating from debt, shortfalls, insufficient gas, and inefficiencies. The total energy sector debt as at end March 2025 stands at $3.1 billion. This amount includes amount owed to independent power producers state-owned enterprises, fuel suppliers, and fuel suppliers. Right, Honorable Speaker, as a result of non-payment of bills owed to ENI and Car Power, the World Bank IDA guarantee of $512 million and GMPC guarantee of $120 million were completely drawn down in the year 2024. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, the government is required to find an additional $632 million to restore these guarantees. Mr. Speaker, a minimum of $3.7 billion is needed to clean up the overall energy sector indebtedness for us to have a clean slate. Right, Honorable Speaker, Ghana's electricity sector has experienced a significant shift over the years, with the country now heavily reliant on thermal power generation to supplement the hydroelectronic sources. The cost of liquid fuel to power the thermal power plant is not included in the current electricity tariff buildup, resulting in a significant revenue shortfall for the procurement of liquid fuels. According to the PURC, an inclusion of the cost of liquid fuel in the price buildup will lead to an increase in electricity tariffs by at least 50%. Government considers that this would have a significant negative impact on firms and households, and so this cannot be an option. Mr. Speaker, in the year 2025, the government will require an additional $1.2 billion to procure essential fuels for thermal power generations alone. Mr. Speaker, the power sector risks imminent collapse if these unsustainable debts are not resolved, particularly given that the fiscal cannot accommodate the financial needs of the sector. Right, Honorable Speaker, to help raise additional revenue to fund the needs in the power sector.
Yo, Charlie, what they go on? What they go on? My name is Cute, the guy with the cute lifestyle. You know what to do? Make sure that you subscribe, you drop a comment about this whole, new amendment that's about to be passed, and also drop a friend and share the link, understand? Share the link like alpha. Yo, Charlie, I'll see you in the next video.